The noise inside the Rams facility has reached a fever pitch this week. As we dive into the latest developments, it is clear that the front office is not just shuffling the roster, they are re-architecting the identity of this unit. We have seen aggressive maneuvers that signal a desire to return to the pinnacle of the league immediately. From personnel acquisitions to departures that leave a void in the defensive rotation, the landscape is shifting. Stay locked in as we break down exactly what these moves mean for the upcoming season.
The Los Angeles Rams have made a definitive statement in free agency by securing Amick Robertson, a player who brings an undeniable edge and a track record of high-impact plays from his time with the Detroit Lions. When you look at what Amick Robertson brings to this defensive backfield, you are not just getting a depth piece, you are getting a verified playmaker who thrives in high-leverage situations. His ability to anticipate routes and deliver hits when it matters most is exactly the kind of DNA the Rams front office has been prioritizing throughout this offseason. Tactical analysis suggests that his arrival will allow the defensive coordinator to be far more creative with slot coverage and blitz packages. By inserting Amick Robertson into the rotation, the coaching staff is signaling that they are tired of being passive in coverage. They want a guy who disrupts the rhythm of the opposing quarterback, and his history of punching the ball out and forcing turnovers is evidence that he fits that mandate perfectly. From a salary cap perspective, this is a savvy move that maximizes value while maintaining the flexibility necessary to address other holes on the roster. The financial structure of this contract reflects a front office that understands the importance of keeping their window for contention wide open. Fans should be excited because this is not a reach for a system player. This is a calculated acquisition of a guy who has been battle-tested in the North and knows how to win. The emotional impact here is significant, as the team is proving they are not content with resting on their laurels. They are aggressively identifying talent that fits their culture. However, the arrival of new talent often creates a ripple effect, forcing other pieces to shift or exit. As we look at the defensive backfield, one has to wonder if Amick Robertson is taking on a larger role. What does that mean for the guys who were already fighting for snaps in this secondary? The transition from the old guard to this new, more aggressive defensive philosophy is currently underway, and it is going to create some fascinating competition during the upcoming training camp sessions. With the arrival of Amick Robertson settled, we have to turn our attention to the other end of the spectrum, specifically the players who are moving on and leaving gaps that the coaching staff will now be forced to fill. This brings us to a significant departure that has left a void in the middle of the defense, raising questions about how the Rams will maintain their tackling efficiency without a key contributor from last season.
If you want to keep getting exclusive insights like this delivered straight to your feed, make sure to hit that subscribe button now and turn on notifications. You do not want to miss the next report.
The departure of Cameron Curl after just one season with the Los Angeles Rams is a development that caught many by surprise, especially considering his contribution of 37 tackles. When you lose a player like Cameron Curl, you are not just losing a stat sheet filler, you are losing a communicator on the back end who understood the scheme and executed his responsibilities with consistency. This move creates a tangible vacuum in the rotation, and the coaching staff will now have to decide whether to look internally to replace his production or if they need to scour the free agency market for another veteran presence. Tactical analysis of the defense shows that Cameron Curl was instrumental in providing support against the run, often cleaning up plays that threatened to break for big gains. Losing that kind of reliability forces the defensive coordinator to reconsider how he uses his safeties and linebackers in tandem. If the team cannot effectively replace his ability to diagnose plays at the line of scrimmage, we might see a shift in the defensive philosophy to a more conservative shell to protect against explosive plays. The historical context of this franchise tells us that they are usually quite proactive in addressing these voids, but the timing of this departure is certainly not ideal as we head into the thick of free agency. It is a harsh reminder that the NFL is a business of constant change, and that even a single season can be the difference between a long-term fixture and a temporary solution. We have to look at the financial implications as well, as freeing up space for new acquisitions often necessitates letting go of solid, productive veterans. While the front office might have a long-term plan, the immediate impact is a thinner roster and a less experienced secondary unit. The emotional toll on the locker room should not be underestimated either, as guys like Cameron Curl often become leaders in the room who command respect through their work ethic. As we watch the board unfold, the next logical question is how the remaining stars will react to these changes, and whether they will take it upon themselves to recruit or influence the front office's next moves. This leads us to a fascinating subplot, where a high-profile player is already making waves by reaching out to potential targets. It is clear that the leadership core is not just sitting on the sidelines watching the front office work, they are actively involved in the recruitment process, which brings us to a very public and intriguing message sent by one of the team's biggest stars to a Super Bowl champion looking for a new home.
The situation has taken an even more intriguing turn as Cooper Kupp has sent a message that has everyone talking, reaching out to a Super Bowl champion currently navigating the free agency market. When a player of the caliber of Cooper Kupp makes a public overture, it is never just a casual gesture. It is a calculated attempt to sway the trajectory of this franchise by bringing in a proven winner. This kind of leadership is vital, as it shows that the stars in the locker room are fully invested in the front office's vision and are willing to use their own influence to bridge the gap between rumors and reality. The identity of the target remains a hot topic, but the fact that Cooper Kupp is personally intervening speaks volumes about the urgency of the moment. We are looking at a team that is clearly operating with a win-now mentality, and if they can secure a player with championship experience, it would be the ultimate validation of their aggressive offseason strategy. Tactical analysis suggests that adding a veteran champion who understands the rigors of a deep playoff run would provide an immediate boost to the team's ceiling. It brings a level of accountability and professionalism that can elevate everyone around them, especially the younger guys who are still learning how to handle the pressure of the NFL. This message from Cooper Kupp is not just about recruitment, it is about setting a standard for the entire team to follow. If the organization can land the target of his interest, it would effectively complete the puzzle that the staff has been building since the start of the new league year. The emotional intensity in the fan base is palpable, as these are the kind of moves that define a championship window. We are witnessing a high-stakes chess match where the players themselves are becoming as influential as the general manager. The potential for a massive upgrade in talent is there, and the fact that it is being driven by the team's offensive engine makes it all the more compelling. As we monitor the situation, the impact of these moves will be felt throughout the division, forcing rivals to react to the newfound strength of the Rams. This is the definition of an all-in approach, and while it comes with inherent risks, the potential reward is another run at the Lombardi Trophy. With the team clearly in a transitional state, balancing the loss of defensive contributors with the aggressive pursuit of new talent, the next few weeks are going to be critical in setting the tone for the entire upcoming campaign. How the organization handles this final push in free agency will tell us everything we need to know about their confidence in the current roster versus their need for more veteran presence. The pieces are moving fast, and the Los Angeles Rams are clearly determined to leave no stone unturned in their quest to dominate this year. From the tactical additions in the secondary to the star-led recruitment efforts, this is a team that refuses to stand still. We are witnessing a pivotal moment in the franchise's history, and every single decision made right now will have a direct impact on the outcome of the season. What is your take on the current trajectory of the team? Are you satisfied with the aggressiveness of the front office, or are you concerned about the depth issues we have discussed? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next report.